Okay, so this is a demonstration or introduction to the IoT middleware platform that I've been working on as my final year project. So I'm just going to start up the service here, and you can see there's three services started there: the session controller, the registration controller, and a web controller. So the session controller is responsible for only keeping active devices within the system, so that you get rid of any stale devices. Registration controller allows devices to register with the system, and the web controller exposes them over an API. So I've just started up a Node.js server here to run my management client, which is actually a separate system that relies on the API to actually allow you to manage and interact with the devices in the system. So I'm just going to start off a quick Python script here, which is actually basically a simulated device. So it would simulate any device within the system normally. So that's now registered to the middleware, and it's just appeared here on the management platform. So this is all the data stored about that particular device. So I'm just going to quickly demo the streaming aspect of this. So I've just clicked Start Stream there, and a graph's loaded. And as you can see from the command line, that there is a start stream message being published to the device, and now data is going to start populating this graph. It's currently set to quite a slow refresh rate, so I think it's once every 5 seconds or 10 seconds at the moment, but you can obviously configure that to make it pump out a little bit quicker. Maybe not ideal for the IoT, you want to kind of keep down power consumption, so I've just set it to a generic number at the moment. But as you can see, the graph's going to dynamically update its own axes to accommodate the new data points. You can have as many graphs on the screen as you want at a time, so you could have 20 different devices in here all updating at the same time, running different sensors, different types of data. So this is an actuator that I'm going to interact with here. So it's an LED light bulb. I've just pressed on, and as you can see from the command line there, it actually turned on, and there it's turned off with the off button. And that's dynamically generated from the JSON document, so you don't have to know anything about what this actuator can actually do. It'll just provide you access to actually interact with it. So it could be a servo, for instance. So this is the search functionality of the API. So I'm just going to search for sense humidity, and no devices return with that search term. If I search for temperature, I get this device back, as it has a temperature capability. So you can actually pick what you're looking for there, and then search for it. So you can also do it based on geolocation. So you can say I want any device within this range or this bounding box or with these coordinates. So if I can't actually remember if it's latitude or longitude. I think the key above is actually wrong, so I'm just going to quickly test it and see which is right. So I'm just going to stick in the longitude first and latitude second, see if that works. And no, that's not returned any devices, so I'm actually going to switch those over and try and demonstrate that for you. You can also pass in a range and say I want to be within 10 meters of this device, or 100 meters with this device, or whatever distance from a device you want to be, and it will return devices within that range, which is really really neat for some parts of the system. Okay, so that's the end of the demo. Thanks for watching.